go check it out, IndyWrestling.us, and also shouts to our friends at WrestlePit. We did that show this weekend on Fight and Title Match Network. Please go check out, buy the pay-per-view, buy the replay on both of those networks to support our friends at WrestlePit. It was a lot of fun, and we'll be talking about that here in a moment. But we are here with Zeke Mercer. He's the Real Shoot Wrestling champion.
I know.
There it is.
Hello, guys.
How long you been champ again?
Oh, actually, it's been like a couple. Well, it's like 100 days so far.
100 days.
So far, it's over 100 days.
There you go. Just carrying that around.
Carry that around.
You know,
always with me.
You know, to the Starbucks, to the Subway.
I could,
to the Sheets.
but I'm not that much of a dickhead.
You know, one time we met up with Andrew Palace at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I forget which belt he had at the time, probably the Super Indy belt. And he walks in, and we looked at him. I'm like, "Are you wearing the belt right now?" And then under his clothes, he goes, "Ding ding." It just
gotta keep it on you.
That's right. That's right. He's like, hey, you know. I think it was maybe his first belt or something like that. And again, somebody you teamed up with recently, the VCW. Let's talk about that first of all, because and, you know, again, we had the week off, so we didn't get a chance to fresh out of the gate. First show. Back in the greater Wheeling area in West Virginia. It's been, since before COVID, before I've been in that area.
Before the snap.
Before the snap. Yeah, before.
Jesus.
Before
That's
the
what I'm
post,
calling you
before
from
the
now
snap.
on.
Yeah, it was the pre-Thanos.
we
We haven't been there since pre-Thanos. But we actually might have not been there since pre-Thanos.
Or we could actually call it what the Marvel canon calls it, the Blitz.
The blip.
The blip.
The blip.
I heard the blitz too.
Well, no, because technically we're still in the blip.
Yeah, we're in the
to a
comeback.
degree, we're coming back.
There's disagreements at what point of the blip we're in, unfortunately.
Wong is just slowly bringing everyone back with the sling ring.
It's a slow blip. It was more like a malaise. You know?
Yeah, and Wong saying, "You wanted more?" Like, yeah, motherfucker, we want more.
So I've been at this for 5 hours.
Yeah. But anyways, but this was a big, and I know talking with Beastman, he's been on the show talking about he wanted to bring quality pro wrestling back, and that's a big thing. Like, I was sitting here looking for wrestling in the Pittsburgh area because I happen to have a weekend off, right?
That's rare.
And I know, right? And I was like, why is there no wrestling? And I looked, it was like, well, there's some wrestling of ill repute this weekend, maybe. But you know, that's a big distinction because there are so many companies, and not all of them are necessarily worth your time and money. And it was cool to see that he was bringing something of quality. And there were a lot of, somebody had a message about, I really love how everything about this promotion walking into it like came together between the graphics, between the setup and everything. Like, it really did, seem like, there's like a couple, little things for running a first show, getting things together.
The first show will always have hiccups of some kind, some way, somehow.
So for you, I mean, you've seen a lot of promotions. How did that kind of feel on the backstage side, being part of something like Victory Championship Wrestling?
You want to know my experience is stressful.
Yeah. Well, you were helping my ass out, and my plane was late, and I was starting to get sick on top of things. So, and thank you for helping with the green screen, by the way.
Of course, I've helped. I got everyone's information done except mine. And that's when I realized. You know how when I realized when I got back, I sat down, and I looked over. I was like, "Damn it, the camera's gone."
But that's okay. We got
that's
you.
Okay.
We got you on.
But I got everyone else, like, like everyone. I even spoke caveman and got beastman.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I appreciate that.
I figured it out.
So, but no, yeah. I mean, we got VCW happened, and so like, how did that feel? Kind of do it like you ended up in the main event of this thing.
I know, it's crazy. Well, I gotta protect my man Beastman. He doesn't need my protection, but getting jumped by these three goons. I mean, we all love Beastman, but come on, there's just a limit for something. You need friends. So I'm glad we was able to help him. And I know Patrick Hayes now is back, looking scowly as ever. Look at him. Look at him.
Why do I keep landing on Patrick Hayes clips in this thing too?
Look.
Like,
the camera loves him. Love it.
Good slaps there. Yes, absolutely.
Love it. It was great. It was great to be back in Wheeling, actually, the Wheeling area, because like I don't think I have wrestled there since the blimp.
Yeah.
Since the blimp?
It sounds like you're saying the blimp.
As Blintz or whatever, since the snap. I haven't wrestled there since. It's the first time I've been back there. So, like, yeah, it's crazy. And we got, I believe the final number of attendees was 230 in a small West Virginia gym.
Yeah, it was basically the stands for the most part were full. They were calling it a sellout for the most part. The seats on the floor seemed like they were all full. So I mean, you can see that, and it's a full house on the other side here on the stands too. And it was a decent size, and it was a nice gym on top of things.
Oh my God!
And I love that everything in the gym is like the colors of the promotion match the gym, so you felt like you just walked into the entire branding of the structure of this promotion. So
marketing,
yes, absolutely.
But no, it was great. It was fun. Even my dad saw me wrestle. He was there watching me wrestle. That's the first time I think he saw me wrestle in the main event for show. Well, no, second, because he saw me win this.
Yes,
he saw me win this. So second time seeing me in the main event. Also second time he seen me wrestle in West Virginia. So it's crazy to think about.
That's awesome. And one thing I loved about it, like I didn't know about half of the roster. A lot of brand new faces to me.
Right.
Alex Matthews, I can't remember off the top of my head who he faced, but I believe it was his trainer, Ethan Wright.
Yeah.
Was a fantastic, like,
dude, that
definitely match
so
of the
good.
night, easily match of the night for sure.
It was so good.
Again, two guys that I don't think I've experienced before, so that was a pretty cool.
I also really loved Zach Myers versus Ryder Reed. That was a pretty good match.
Which Ryder Reed saying that was his last match too, like afterwards. So
and that was kind of sad because I was like, I want to watch. I want to wrestle them both.
Right, and I didn't know what to make of Alex Matthews because I get these two promos and it looks like he's sitting in a barn on a tractor, and I'm like, what is this guy?
This guy is it.
So what's that?
He's it. Like he's money. Both these guys are money. That's the crazy thing about this match. Like both these guys are great. So I think that's the whole point of VCW, is try to get some new faces in the area because you're not that far from Pittsburgh, so you're always going to have that Pittsburgh flavor within it.
And there's, within like 2 to 3 hours, there's some really fantastic Ohio-based promotions that I have, again, not on my radar. Right. So to bring something like that in, it really looks like the people kind of reciprocate. I know we saw some faces from the Pittsburgh area in the crowd, so they made the drive down. It's a good.
Some people from Pittsburgh's past show up. Patrick Hayes. I mean,
yeah.
That's been a while. He's been away for a while, and then he came up and look.
Yeah. So he's slapping you around and you slapping him back, right? So
always and forever.
So that's on the network right now if you want to check that out. This past weekend, I want to talk a little bit about WrestlePit. I know you were on the pre-show match, but you were around a lot of it. I mean, this was a show that featured Matt Taven. It featured Josh Woods in a fantastic Pure Rules match with Victor Benjamin. Lady Frost, of course, a part of this, and this is something that Frost and Benjamin have put together. Their second show here, and as with the first one, live on both Fight and title match. Marty the Moth was on the show. World famous CB. I think I screwed up his title. I don't know why I thought he was Fabulous CB for a moment there. I was doing the titles quick for some reason. Unfortunately, I was running out of time before the show. But like it's an incredible show, and I know for you, you got experience because you got to run in a lot of people you don't usually see in a locker room.
No, what? I saw Matt Taven. Like I was like that's pretty crazy because I remember like when I was training, right, and I used to have the Fight TV app, and they throw on Ring of Honor episodes up there for free. You got to watch the commercials, and like when I was watching, that was like the start of his reign,
the Kingdom kind of
like
reign?
his world title reign. And, I'm going like I Matt Taven and like all that. Like that's pretty cool to see that like someone I watched when I was training. It's not like the same locker room as me. He shook my hand and said hi. We cracked a few jokes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like, I was like that's. And also, Marty was there. That's pretty cool, too. I was like, holy hell, dude. Like, my life has changed in, like, 3 to 4 years. And seeing, like, people I watched on television now, I'm sharing a locker room with, and people's like, oh, you used to be the mark. I was like, no, I'm just acknowledging that's pretty freaking cool to have been, to accomplish that within, like, 3 to 4 years.
To be on those kinds of shows, right? I mean, that's kind of the cool thing about wrestling is if you're making the right turns and you're starting to just happen to be in these things, like you do,
Right.
you know,
Like, oh, what?
you know, start to rub elbows with the people that are completely the ones that inspired you to be there in the first place, right?
Right, it's pretty cool. I also saw my friend Jason Hotch wrestle them, so I was like, that's pretty cool too. So like, I was like, yeah, I had a great time.
And then we had a rap battle. I don't
We
know
had a
about
rap
that.
battle.
I'm still wrapping my head around that.
I had one
actually.
friend who did not know what was going on.
Wait, I wasn't ready for that. I'm like, is it going to be a rap battle and then a match, or like how are we rolling with this? And then they
did not see. I mean,
they were just like, no, this is a straight rap battle.
And
so,
I remember my friend was asking like, why isn't there music playing? It's like because only on like TV they had music playing. When they actually did like rap battles, like. You know, like you found World Star Hip Hop. There were no music.
Because anything any of us know about it, rap battles is 8 Miles. Let's be quite honest about this.
Right, it's 8 Miles, but like truly, there's just people who get in the crowd. You know, they just start spitting out rhymes, and I can't rap. Don't ask me to rap. I can't. I don't have no music. I just have wrestling talent. That's it. Don't ask me to spit rhymes.
I think there's a spot where we lose the table. There it is.
Yeah. Oh, I lost that.
There goes the VIP tables.
Oh.
If you're on the video with us.
My man Jason was hurting.
Taven, this is Taven Hotch, and who's the third guy? It was the first time I saw him. Bo, I think it was.
Yeah.
So
it was a pretty fun match. This scared me. I was like, because this poor lady probably never went to a wrestling show before. It's probably her second or third time, and like
you'll be safe. You're at a table.
Yeah,
you're far from the action.
And
right?
just like 2 or 3 people just jump on like near
it was
her,
wild because the first show did have guardrails and everything, and the VIPs were lined up on the one side. And then part of saying the lady in the black dress almost had an issue.
She was like, I bet she was like, I did not expect this to happen. I came here looking nice. I was told to be a VIP, and she got people jumping like 2 inches from her face. Just
yes.
Like, I was like, welcome to wrestling.
Yeah,
Welcome
absolutely.
No, but it was a fun show. Both VCW and Pit Fight was, WrestlePit is all going to be great. I mean, there's so many shows around here. It's going to be like, it's all blending together.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of new faces, new promotions between these, other things like Enjoy popping up as well in the city. Yeah. And again, in city, I'm loving this in city concept that's happening. And there's more that sound like they're either coming back or making inroads. So that's what I love to see. I tweeted the other day that somebody messaged me, NXT always ends at the same time. And I was like, no, it doesn't. Sometimes it rolls over. Don't lie to me. But anyways.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, right? But no, like, and I think this is something that's been missing for the longest time because I'm seeing what's happening in other towns. And this is Pittsburgh wrestling, literally in Pittsburgh. And you can say the other one was, but it was in Millville, let's be honest. But this was in the West End, in Pittsburgh. Live streaming, and I cannot tell you the last time. I don't think there has ever been a wrestling show in Pittsburgh on Fight that wasn't like maybe Ring of Honor, right? And that I don't even think has happened.
And I think about it. Well, Stage AE, right?
Yeah, the main stage, but they were on like Honor Club and stuff. I guess that was technically Fight too.
Okay.
But like as a pay-per-view, but I mean, I'll count that. But as far as indie wrestling, but that's not Pittsburgh wrestling. That's Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
You know,
we have our flavor in there too. It's
like I'm going to count WWE pay-per-views. So
you gotta understand, like Pittsburgh wrestling's DNA is like all over, like the indie.
That's the thing.
That's the crazy part. Like
that's the thing. But I think and this has always been my thing is, but people don't look at Pittsburgh. Right. Like everything's coming from Pittsburgh, but.
A lot of exports, no one looking.
A lot of people that stopped doing things in Pittsburgh and found their gold somewhere else.
That's the thing. I have friends that say like, either wrestling's dying or the Pittsburgh scene is dying. I was like, I don't know where you're looking at, sir, or ma'am, or whatever you're doing.
You're not looking at WrestlePit. You're not looking at what WrestleRex was doing. You're not looking at what Enjoy was doing. You're not looking at what Rise. You're not looking at what Rise was doing in Baldwin.
Right.
You're like this. Like this is it. And even the people on the outskirts are doing amazing stuff. RWA consistently. I cannot tell you a promotion that's been as consistent as RWA has been in the last 5 years. Like still, right?
Like
they are down the road, you know, from how many other. It doesn't matter if Impact Wrestling's 10 minutes away or AEW people are at a promotion 10 minutes away. Those people show up, you know, and nobody in Pittsburgh has the brand loyalty of RWA.
when you have when you have a product that, you know, that's literally preferable than like going to maybe a WWE show or an AEW show.
I've heard that. I was like, I don't go to the arena for WWE shows. I come here.
They come here. They're probably watching. I'll catch WWE or AEW or Impact on TV.
Yeah.
I cannot just turn on my television.
But I will not miss sitting ringside at this show.
No, this is where it's at, and that should be the focus. You gotta make your promotion or your content preferable. Like when you turn on YouTube, what's the first thing you want to watch? Whatever content you have should pop in their head. You know, and that's what I think RWA has tapped into.
Absolutely, and I feel like WrestlePit's getting there. I can't tell you how many people were between the first and second show necessarily. I don't know if they're kind of like a spot. Like, I'm coming because Buddy Matthews is on, or I'm coming because Matt Taven's on this. Like, I don't know. I don't know where that's at, but they're definitely bringing a different thing there too. So,
but that's kind of it should be to go for all wrestling promotions. Just make your content preferable in any way that fits whatever demographic you're trying to sell to.
Absolutely.
You know, like VCW is just, you know, good quality wrestling in West Virginia, in the small town West Virginia. That's like rare
without much competition. Yeah, well, exactly.
So like if you can bring the first show brought 230. If you can keep that 230, even build on it, that's insane.
My God, there's promotions that are running. I like they've run for like 4 or 5 years, not pulling 230.
So like you know, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, you have to make it like something like, I want to come back here. I want to watch it. If I have to miss it, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
like, I'm gonna get my pictures here. Like, I know people are gonna like, oh, I know this wrestler's coming here. I don't see him often. I want to go see him. You know, like, oh, tickets are affordable here. I know I'm gonna get 2 or 3 hours of great fun. I'm gonna go here.
Absolutely.
You just gotta make it preferable. You gotta make it like appetizing, basically. That's kind of the whole goal with it.
So Zeke, we're way into we're way into the first quarter of 2022. I know you kind of slowed down and hibernate a little bit on the winter. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, traveling's hard.
Traveling's hard with a shitty car, guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. While I'm wrestling, man. Like, so what's on your kind of like, what are you doing for 2022? Where are you trying to get? You trying to get out of town? You trying to get more places? You know, or is it all about that belt right there?
It's about the belt. RSW is coming back in April, so that's like soon. And
so they've been on hiatus.
They've been on a hiatus, you know.
Yes.
Even in winter, West Virginia snow is still not fun. You know, it's like
right.
it's still cold.
A lot of mountains.
A lot of mountains. You just like, okay, we all need a break. We all should. Should all just like be home for holidays, not have to worry about anything.
That's right.
But now we come back in the spring. We got
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We have some matches lined up in the summer, into the fall, even into December. So like we're coming back. We're coming back strong. We're coming with more entertaining shows for the Fairmont, Morgantown area. So, I mean, next year, I mean, it's just literally just, I think at this point, it's having fun. Having fun, having great matches, defend this belt, keeping it as long as I can, proving something. And maybe pop up in a new state, maybe pop up in a new, you know, promotion here or there. But, like, nothing's off the table, nothing's off the table.
Are you looking for any kind of areas you're trying to get out to in particular?
Indianapolis, not Indianapolis, but Indiana, and then like I want to go back to Illinois. Like I really want to go back to Illinois. I don't like the Chicago weather, but I was like,
but
there's something.
Man, that wrestling up there
is great in this town.
Dude,
something's great.
The vibe in Chicago is next level.
Right.
You know, between shows some of our crew are working and what we're doing up there. Like it's a whole other vibe up there. It's incredible. I haven't been anywhere else that has that wrestling vibe.
I still think the whole state of Ohio has some wrestling that's like not really tapped into yet.
Yes,
and I'm just like, that's
Ohio kind of has the Pittsburgh problem, doesn't it? I mean, you got AIW doing fantastic things, and they've built an amazing platform. I was thinking about them the other day because I was watching some clips of some. I was actually watching the main events blog. Video blog, which if you haven't, they got 3 episodes up. I think I may make a cameo in one of them. But but yeah, like they have a great platform for Ohio wrestling that I don't think anybody else is doing too much with right now.
Right.
But there's like great content. Like what was that OWA that I saw main events popping up in, doing some great things over
like
there.
Iceman Tony's going to be there. You know, like
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Main events there. Jocelyn Navarro's there. Like
Nice,
it's familiar Pittsburgh faces that are like having these crazy great matches in Ohio, and everyone's like, "Well, what's in Ohio?" I was like, "An untapped treasure trove of wrestling." I promise you. Like it's crazy how much good wrestling's there. It's crazy how good wrestling's like everywhere.
And I got to experience a little between Cleveland stuff we did between Prime, Premiere, things like that.
Right.
And then we worked with the Dustin Batdorf Memorial, which excuse me, I forget which promotion they work with, but Juice Jennings, guys like that, right? Like there's always been like a really strong bit coming out of that mid Ohio kind of thing.
And
so.
same thing in Pittsburgh. Like we have a lot of people who are well known are from like Ohio, Pittsburgh, you know, Philadelphia, but not a lot of people are looking over here.
No.
So like I think like once people find out like these like crazy secret areas, like, oh, I didn't know Ohio was bumping like this. Like, yeah, so is Detroit, and so like parts of Michigan. Like it is crazy how much wrestling.
And I've been to regions where it's hard to find good wrestling.
Right.
And,
I think we all kind of, especially anyone who's been here for the past like 6 years, who've been wrestling for the past 6 years, like the landscape has completely changed. Even if everyone's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, well, it's changed just as much in 3 years, or just as crazy in 3 years over the past 6 years. So I mean, like, it's only gonna get crazier and crazier, and there could be more wrestling, better wrestling, crazier wrestling. You know, just I was waiting for it. I'm just kind of like, you know, I want to see where I am. I want to defend this belt. I want to make some moves, but like nothing's, like I said, nothing's off the table. Nothing's like completely on the table.
Who are the big threats over there at RSW?
I gotta stay Remy. Remy's a big threat.
Okay.
Not in like the sense of like, oh, we have this crazy, like, I don't like him, he's like me. It's, you know, it's just like, I see him as like, I think people sleep on Remy. I think that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to sit there and watch this man do his work. It's crazy. I still think Palace is still much of a threat. Even when I won this belt, it was a mixture of LaRusso, Kincaid, Palace, and me, and somehow I came out like, yeah, okay. Like, all right, you know, but like Powell's still there, Louisville's still there. Kincaid can pop up anywhere. I mean, I had to face, I don't know how many times I had faced Kincaid and lost before I finally got a win over him. So like, I just, and not to mention, I had survived O'Shea. He's a luminary.
Oh, jeez.
I can't say I beat it. I survived him. So like, he's always a threat. And anyone who may be walking through those doors at any moment, you know, it's just. I think RSW is like a mixed bag of jokers and kings and queens. It just, you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to be put down on the table in front of you. So, like, I just got to stay ready at this point. I got to watch everybody. I can't just like, oh, I don't know about him that flew on my radar. No, I got to know about this person who walks through the door. I don't care if you're the first match or the third match or whatever. I have to know who the heck you are, because you may be coming after me or the belt I'm carrying or whatever spot I want to take. And so, like, it's just, I have to watch everybody.
So everybody follow Zeke Mercer. I think he's going to have a really interesting story here in 2022 that you're going to want to keep an eye on. And of course, the doors are always open for you. Drop it in here as we're going through the year too. So where are you at online again for people who need to check you out?
On Twitter is Zeke_Mercer. For Instagram is _Zeke_Mercer. And on Facebook it's just Zeke Mercer. It's not Zeke the Mercer. It's not Zeke Mercer. It's just Zeke Mercer.
Oh.
I had a lot of complaints about the
yeah, sometimes people got to get their social media straight, right?
Yeah.
So